Good morning, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for being part of the Songroom's special Children's Week event celebrating creativity and connection. My name is Alice Gerlach, and I'm the CEO of the Songroom. Welcome to Ali McGregor, who will be our host today. Not only is Ali an award-winning international singer and cabaret performer, she's a great friend of the Songroom.
Hi, everyone.
Before we start, let's acknowledge and pay respect to our First Nations peoples.
I would like to acknowledge the Buddarong people of this traditional custodians of this land. I would like to pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging of the Kulin Nation.
Thank you, Ben from Tyabb Railway Station Primary School for that acknowledgement. And as we are gathering from different parts of Australia today, I'd like to also recognise with gratitude and respect the traditional custodians of the land on which we are all viewing from today. Ali, you've hosted our Children's Week events in the past, but this year looks a little different.
It certainly does. In the past, we've all got together live with the schools for a performance to showcase and celebrate what the students have achieved during their Songroom program. But yes, it's a very different world this year. But I'm very happy that despite all these COVID restrictions and lockdowns, we're still showcasing and celebrating the students' accomplishments. This year's Children's Week theme is the right of children to choose their own friends and to safely connect with others. And the theme's really appropriate this year. So many children have tried to connect virtually to school, to friends, to family all over the country. And I know certainly in our house that connecting virtually has usually included the arts in some shape or form. And it just feels very natural to connect virtually now. And it's been fantastic that the arts have been able to help the kids connect so closely to friends and family and to their school.
Yeah. The best part about connecting in this way is that it's given schools from across Australia the chance to be involved today, and we can share this event with you all. We have people joining us from around the country, which is not something we've been able to do before. So for the next 30 minutes or so, Ali will guide us as we celebrate children's joy and achievements this year.
We're going to be treated to a virtual choir from the Songroom schools all around the country. We'll also hear the powerful story of how the Songroom has made a difference to young people at Tyabb Railway Station Primary School, in conversation with Emma Slater, the principal of Tyabb Railway Station Primary School, Elise Hopkins, our National Arts Learning Manager of the Songroom. We're also going to hear from Peter Nathan, the CEO at the A2 Milk Company, who will join us to discuss why supporting arts learning is so important at this time. And all you need to do is sit back and relax.
I'm going to hand over to Ali now, and I'll see you again later.
So Tyabb Railway Station Primary School is situated in semi-rural Victoria on the Mornington Peninsula. They have a variety of children from all walks of life. Like students across Australia, Tyabb students moved to remote learning when the COVID restrictions came into place. The principal at the school is going to join us shortly to talk about the year and the Songroom experience. But first, let's hear from the students.
My name's Sama. I'm from Tyabb Railway Station Primary School.
Hello, I'm William.
My name is Mila. My name is Bailey. I'm from Tyabb Railway Station Primary School.
I'm in year 5.
I'm in grade 1.
Grade 1.
Grade 2.
My name is Logan and I am from Tyabb Railway Primary School and I'm from grade 2.
Grade 5. I'm in grade 3 and I learn Songroom with Miss Katie.
My favorite thing is dancing and singing.
I like singing because I sing a lot.
My favorite song that we did was Consider Yourself.
You get to dance and sing and just have fun with your friends.
Consider yourself.
You learn how to sing. I like best the singing.
It's clear we're going to get along.
1, 2, 3.
There's a line on the wall that my brother's reading. He's been living in trouble, but he's only 2.
I
like how you get to be pretty active. I also like watching other people do their performing. Happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands.
It's very active and you get to learn some dance moves for like later parties, like if you go into a party once you've graduated, like a prom, you're able to learn how to dance.
In Songroom I've been doing some drama, some dancing and some shaking about.
Make a funny face.
Learning from the videos, I think once you've got like family members that you know and they'd be able to have a crack at it as well.
Because we put music on TV and then I dance around with Daddy. The way I feel when I do Songroom, I feel energetic when I'm acting or nervous, like when we did the Cinderella play.
Doing the Songroom makes me feel happy.
I feel happy and, like excited.
I really feel that it makes me pumped.
I love doing it.
A bit puffed out by the end of it.
It makes me feel excited.
Dancing and singing make me calm and happy.
Thank you for helping everyone in the school learn how to dance and sing and act.
I say the best singing teacher in the whole school.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Emma Slater, the principal at Tyabb Railway Station Primary School, and Elise Hopkins, who's the National Arts Learning Manager at the Songroom and who oversees programs across the country. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
I absolutely loved that video. It was such a joy to see. Well, it was such a joy to see kids just out in the playground and playing together again. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen that. But to see just how uninhibited they are with dancing and singing and doing all that stuff, rehearsing in the playground, that was absolutely adorable. Thank you so much for putting that together for us.
Thanks, Alex.
So, Emma, I want to chat to you. You've been at the school for over 14 years and principal for the last 4 years. Tell us a little bit about Tyabb Railway Station Primary School.
I love our little school. We are a tiny school and we're in semi-rural Tyabb. We have approximately 155 students that attend our school and they come from all over. It sits in a very diverse socioeconomic area, and the diversity includes some very challenging students. It's a fairly transient population, and sometimes there's high absenteeism, but all of these things, we're an inclusive school and we do welcome all students with language and learning difficulties because we cater for them so well. We attract a lot of enrolments outside of our boundaries, and I think that's because we have a reputation of being very inclusive. We run language and literacy intervention programs at the school, and we provide excellent opportunities for our students, and the song room was another layer that complemented all the programs at our school. But I must admit we were very fortunate to have the song room with us on the journey whilst we're all in remote lockdown too. But for the past 3 years, the performing arts program and the impact that it's had on the students of our school has been extraordinary, above and beyond what we probably had anticipated.
Oh, that's so fantastic to hear. And Elise, the song room, it's in its 3rd year at Tyabb. And what have the students been actually doing throughout this time?
So over that time, all year levels at Tyabb have been working with our teaching artist, Katie Fouracre, or Miss Katie, as the students like to call her. And they have been experiencing a range of music and acting and dance in their classes together. And of course, the first challenge is always trying to get the students to participate. So Katie initially was working on finding all those special ways to make the students feel included and to feel valued in the arts classroom. So I know that I'm sure Emma can share that there were many, many stories about the ways that Katie did that. from, one particular student whose job it was to just turn the music on, and that was their way into a dance lesson. And then another student whose way into the singing lesson was performing a C major scale on the piano, and all the students would sing along. So just finding all those ways that students can feel really included and really valued, and just find so much joy within the arts learning space.
And lots of doing the floss as well, I saw in that video, so that's always a great one.
Absolutely.
How have the students responded over these 3 years? How have they responded to the program?
I think, well, like I mentioned before, I think the song room has impacted our school in ways that we couldn't have anticipated. We found that the students who sometimes struggle in the classroom, perhaps with reading or writing, have flourished in the song room classes. For example, I think Katie, this is one of her greatest success stories. We had one of our more challenging students that came to us when he was in year 5. And he had a background of trauma and truancy. He struggled academically, but he auditioned for one of the roles in the pantomime. And while Katie and the classroom teacher were keen to capitalise on his enthusiasm, but they were also concerned about his ability to concentrate, be able to take direction, and there was also an awful lot of time that they had to commit to the pantomime as well. But I'll tell you what, it was fantastic. We put some supports into place to help him memorise the script. Katie worked on for him to be able to manage his negative emotions whilst he was under pressure. And between the different strategies in the classroom and between Katie in the song room classes, this child absolutely blossomed. So between Katie and his teacher, they negotiated the commitment and the behaviour that was warranted and needed for the pantomime. And he took to it like a duck, in water. His assignments, his reading, improved. He felt connected. The children saw him in a different light, which was really lovely to see. His carers couldn't believe that he was connected, and he worked collaboratively with his peers. It was an amazing transformation. So he was engaged, and it was just a really lovely outcome. So that was great. It's really wonderful, and we believe it was a big turning point in his education.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can Miss Katie come around and ask my kids to clean their room? She sounds like a miracle. Mary Poppins. She sounds like a miracle worker. Emma, I'm also really interested to know, remote learning at Tyabb and the programs. How have you been able to incorporate those programs during lockdown, during this kind of crazy time, and how have they responded to that kind of change?
Look, there's been a lot of change in the schools for staff and for students and for parents, and boy, has it been a ride. And there's been a lot of coverage in the media about the impact of COVID-19 and the subsequent lockdown that they've had on mental health. But I'm immensely proud of our students and our staff for the positive outlook during this whole time. There's no denying that it hasn't been easy. But Katie in the song room provided lessons via video for all of our students from F to 6 whilst they're in lockdown. And because they were videoed, parents had the opportunity to go back to them, continue to go back to them, because we left them on classroom Google Classrooms. And it was an opportunity for the children to connect with each other through the arts program. We ran a Tyabb's Got Talent, so some of the children in the footage, some of their performances were from home, and we had winners. It was just an amazing opportunity for everybody to connect through the song room, and they loved taking part in Katie's activities, and they were provided weekly. So it was an absolute highlight, and we know that from the survey feedbacks that we got, that Katie's song room activities was probably the joy of the week, because everyone felt so connected, and it's another way to express yourself, I think, during these.
So good, and I guess also helping families as well, having the ability to sort of watch that video at a time that suits them as well. I know that families have found it really hard to work around their own work and things like that. So Elise, from your point of view, what has this time and how has the song room kind of adapted?
I think one of the unexpected sort of joys of remote learning for the song room has been that not only is the magic of the arts classroom happening at school and being shared with the students and the teachers, but now we have arts learning and the magic of that experience being shared in the students' homes. So we have, brothers and sisters who are now learning the songs or learning the dances, and mums and dads and carers and grandparents who are also learning the arts and participating and getting to see what their students do at school. And then another thing that we discovered was that when students then returned back to school, they had this beautiful way of reconnecting with each other. And, for all those students who'd been sort of working on a screen or working in isolation away from their friends, through the arts, they now had this beautiful way of coming together as a team and, reflecting on their well-being and developing their social emotional learning skills together. And some of the independence that they had developed working in isolation at home, they were then able to bring back into the school. And, it was just, I think, a beautiful celebration of coming back together through the arts and just the power of the arts in connecting people, which is, what we've all learned about the arts at this time is just how incredibly powerful it is as a tool of connection.
Oh, it certainly is. And I think there's been a lot of talk about mental health during this crisis. And I think we all know that for everyone, but especially children, giving something like music and the arts just in general gives them a way to express how they're feeling and what they're going through and feel like they're not alone as well, which has been a very important thing.
Absolutely. And just to experience pure joy.
Pardon me?
Just to experience pure joy as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really.
Just that sort of being able to let go at times when you're feeling really constrained and, locked in, for want of another less precise word. So, Emma, just to sort of, I guess, finish this section, I'd really love to know what you've sort of taken, I guess, from the last 3 years and what you'll take, sort of going forward.
Look, it's such a crowded curriculum, and too often classroom teachers are asked to stretch beyond their area of expertise and teach programs like the arts. And I think they do a fantastic job, but there's nothing like being taught by an expert in that field. It is so vitally important. And through the song room, we've been able to offer our students authentic performing programs and performances, and they're being taught by an expert in their field. The benefits have not just come to improve their abilities in performance, but they've been felt throughout the whole curriculum. There's an increase in their confidence. They've been able to increase in their reading and writing because of the experiences that they have with script reading and script writing. Listening to so many students, they've been provided that possibly have struggled with traditional learning, that they've had the ability to shine in other ways. And people have been able to see them through a different lens, which I think is beautiful. And not only their peers and staff, but also their parents and carers, which is really important. They're not just living up to a possible label, it's beyond that. And the sheer joy that we get from seeing students shine in that way is just priceless. And I think we're so lucky that it supports our oral language program, that we are beyond grateful for the song room, because we look forward to working with them for many years, above and beyond.
Oh, that's fantastic. And, we all know that passion is infectious. So when you do have a teacher that has a real passion for what they're teaching, it absolutely spreads to the kids and throughout the school community. Thank you so much, Emma and Elise, for sharing those wonderful stories for us. And I think we're going to leave this little section and take another look at some of those wonderful students from Tyabb Railway Station Primary School.
Thanks, Ali.
Thanks,
Ali.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Alice. And would also like to welcome Peter Nathan, the CEO at A2 Milk Company. Welcome, Peter. It was really wonderful to hear those stories from Tyabb Railway Station Primary School, to see what the students been up to and hear firsthand the impact the song room's been having on that school.
Yeah, it was amazing. It really gives me so much joy seeing the programs in action.
The A2 Milk Company has been partnering with the Song Room for 4 years now. Peter's been out to see many of the programs in action, as you mentioned, Peter, so he knows firsthand the impact of what we do. It's been such a successful partnership, which has allowed us to support students and projects that connect parents to their children's learning.
Yes, and we've just confirmed our partnership for 2021, which will make it 5 years. That's really exciting.
Yeah, sure is.
That's fantastic news. And why is it so important for you and for the A2 Milk Company to support an organisation like the Song Room?
As you've heard from Emma and Elise, the impact of the Song Room programs can be life-changing. Providing an opportunity to connect students to their schooling is so important, especially at this time when schools have been so disrupted. It gives students the opportunity for self-expression and exploration and for joy. And the program brings communities together, as Emma mentioned. These programs can help communities heal, which is what is needed right now. We are very proud to be involved in the Song Room.
Yeah, it's been such a strong partnership, and thank you so much for your continued support, Peter. We're really excited to have you continue that with us. And, you know, these long-term commitments are really important for students. We've seen that they help them to really have the opportunities to thrive and flourish, like the kids at Tyabb. So thank you, Peter, and everyone at the A2 Milk Company for your support. And thank you to all our friends and supporters and partners who contribute to the development of creative, courageous and compassionate young people who go on to shape a better world.
It's been a really fantastic presentation, seeing the kids, hearing firsthand about the impact. And we're going to close this celebration, if you will, by sharing a final story of friendship and connection from Song Room students around the country. A virtual choir that shows those creative and courageous young people.
Before we do that, I'd like to thank everyone who's been involved today. Thank you again, Peter, and everyone at A2. A big thank you to Emma Slater and to all the students at Tyabb Railway Station Primary School. Thanks to Elise Hopkins and our Song Room team. And a very special thank you to Ali McGregor for being such a great advocate of arts learning and supporter of the Song Room. Ali, thank you for all your generosity and support. And thank you to all of you for joining us. If you'd like to find out more about the Song Room or to support our work, please head to our website, songroom.org.au. Finally, I'd like to thank all our Song Room students from around the country who've participated in our Children's Week event in 2020. These students showed great resilience and responded so well to the restrictions at school this year. I'm so proud to share with you the Children's Week celebration of friendship and connection.
This year all over Australia. From the Northern Territory to Tasmania.
Western Australia, New South Wales, South Australia and Victoria.
We celebrate us, the kids.
We asked, what does friendship mean to you?
And what can you count on? You ready? You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2 to be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. What does friendship mean to you? Loving and caring for them.
A good friend is funny.
Kindness. Happiness and joy.
A good friend is helpful.
When people care about you. Happiness.
Friendship is when you are being nice to your friends, talking to your friends, being friendly and being respectful and safe with each other.